Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just want to tell everyone a big thank you for being here with me, for always being here with me. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. In case this is your first time of joining us, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, Omorige's Bella YouTube channel. I hope you do enjoy my content, and I hope you do subscribe, like, and leave a comment down there. For those of you who are new to my page or to my YouTube channel, actually, I do deal with kitchens. I also deal with the human system. I share ideas, the little I know. I always advise you see your doctor first before taking any step, and you should also try to do your own research. Okay, thank you very much for being here with me today. Once again, today we are going to be dealing with the human system. Well, I'm going to be talking about the UTI. UTI, this is not something that is found only in the women. This is something in general. It affects both the male and the female. So today's topic is going to be looking at both genders, at both sex, both the man and the woman. Because somebody actually wrote me on my inbox, a friend of mine who we are both friends on Facebook. She actually wrote me and she was like, you said something about the women the last time, but I'm not seeing you say anything about the men. I was like, okay, I actually have something like this on my mind, but I have not had the time to come and talk about it. It's not like I'm racist, or it's not like I don't like talking about the men. Okay, so thank you very much for that idea you gave to me. Also, thank you to my YouTube subscribers, to those who always like to view my content. Like, God bless you. You don't know what it means to me, but God bless you. Please don't just view this video, share. Someone might gain something from this information. You might share it and someone might come to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Who knows? Thank you very much. So guys, as I said, we're going to be dealing with the UTI, the urinary tract infection. Don't mind my tongue, don't cut my tongue. Urinary tract infections. So like I said to you before, I always come, I always try to do my researches. So normally your bladder, I'm talking about the men and the women. So this is not only for the men, only for the women, but for both men and women. So naturally your bladder is let me say is usually a sterile environment that cleans itself when you go to urinate. You understand? Like, your bladder naturally, it is a sterile environment that cleanses itself when you go for it to urinate, when you go piss, or when you go for pee. Your bladder cleanses itself normally. When you go to urinate, it cleanses itself, and this mechanism, like this way we always do, helps it to prevent bacteria which causes infections. Yeah, when you go to urinate, the bladder tends to cleanse itself from bacteria which cause infection. So there are bacteria which causes infections. Okay, so the bladder tends to cleanse itself when we go to urinate. Okay, so somebody might say, I never knew the bladder cleans itself. Yeah, naturally it does cleanse itself. That's why when you go to urinate, you feel a relief, like as if you just emptied yourself. It's just as if you throw away waste. Understand? So UTI is a urinary tract infections. Actually, it occurs when this thing turns to infections. It occurs when you have a infection, when the bacteria has already entered into you and the bacteria has already caused an infection in there. So normally when your bladder is there, and the bacteria enters into your body. It enters into your body through the your urethra. Your urethra is just like your water pipe. Yeah, like your water pipe. When the bacteria enters into your water pipe, your urethra, when it enters into your water pipe, most of us understand the language water pipe than urethra. When the bacteria enters into your water your water pipe, it goes into your blender, it stays there, it multiplies, and then it forms an infection. It causes and it forms an infection. Okay, so when it causes an infection, it begins to multiply in the urine. So when this infection affects your water pipe and it affects your blender, it is referred to as lower UTI or cystitis. When I mean lower UTI, I mean lower urinary tract infections, because at times the infection might even travel up to your kidney and even into the upper parts of your UTI. Okay. When it's inside your lower parts of your UTI, close to your blender or inside your blender, it actually causes infection, which is let's say not so serious. Okay, but when it goes to your upper UTI, it causes a serious infection. It causes what we also know as pyelonephristis. This is very serious and it can cause damage to your kidney. Yeah, this one is very serious. It can cause damage to your kidney. Like some people will say, they say UTI is not common in men. Some people also say that it's mostly found in ladies. Some people do say that it's mostly found in ladies than in men, but it is found in men. But ladies tend to be the ones who are actually affected by this. So men are also being affected, but ladies also tend to have it, because we ladies, we have short blanders than the men. The men have longer bladder. We don't, we have a shorter uterus. So naturally we know, as we the ladies, we have uh, a short uterus, so it's easy, like when the bacteria is coming to the uterus, it affects it quickly, you know. And the men, when they have a long uterus and the bacteria is coming, it's difficult for it to attack it immediately because they have a long uterus. But we ladies, we have a short one, you understand? So it happens. So, like I said, so for the men, it's not easy like for the women to get it. The women tend to get it more easier than the men. The men do get it, but the women do tend to get it more easier. So, it's also found in old ladies. For the men, it's rare to find it in men of from the 50s. It's rare to find it there within them, actually, this infection. So guys, now we've talked about UTIs. We know it's called urinary tract infection. So we want to know what causes this urinary tract infection, like what it is, what causes it. We already know what it is, so we want to know what causes. Like my research says, yes, it says the most common bacteria that causes UTIs is called E. coli. It is an organism that it usually lives in your own bowel without causing any harm. Okay, this E. coli is a bacteria on its own. It doesn't cause any harm. It's only cause harms whereby when the bacteria present around the anus gets in contact with it. Yeah. For example, when the bacteria in your anus travel to the bacteria in the bladder, to this E. coli, when they meet together, it's there. It causes problem when it gets there, because the anus has its own bacteria and the bladder has its own bacteria, just like the private parts. they have their own bacteria. So when the bacteria in the anus travels to the bacteria inside the bladder, inside this E. coli, when it meets with this E. coli, they tend to cause this problem. Okay, so the risk factors, like the risk factors that also makes let's say what also causes this bacteria, these infections. Yeah, number one is if the bacteria in the anus travels to this E. coli, like the E. coli. When I mean E. coli, I mean the bacteria staying inside the bladder, the good bacteria. This E. coli naturally usually stays there. It doesn't cause any harm. It only causes harm when the bacteria inside the anus gets in contact with it. Then it causes problem. It forms a problem. It forms this UTI, this urinary tract infection. So other means in which causes this urinary tract infection, UTI, I call it UTI as an abbreviation, the short form of saying UTI, of saying urinary tract infection. For not always pronouncing it, you always hear me saying UTI, UTI. So definitely I'm going to leave the description down there. I'm going to leave the full name and what it is called, and I'm going to give a spelling of this E. coli so you can also go and Google it and also do your research or check on Wikipedia. So number one, the second thing that actually causes this UTI include the likelihood includes sexual intercourse. Yeah, sexual intercourse. This introduces more bacteria into your uterus. Yeah, when you're having sexual intercourse, especially without protections, or let me say even with protections, yeah, this causes more chances of getting this bacteria into your urethra, into your bladder. Yeah, so because when the bacteria gets to your uterus, it's going straight to your bladder, because the urethra is your water pipe. It's where it gets, it's what leads to the bladder. So once this bacteria arrives at the urethra, it's already the next bus stop is your bladder. So number two, let me say sorry, number three is not passing urine often. Like when you are not always going to ease yourself. So people tend to hold this their pee for long. Like, how do you do it? They like, me as I be the old man peace for tail, and even inside ideas I feel hold on to reach as. Yeah, it causes damages. Actually, it causes damage. It's good, it doesn't disgrace you outside, you can hold yourself, but it causes damages actually. Okay, yeah, because my research has already said it means when you are not always going hard, you're not always peeing regularly, you're not always easing yourself, you're not let me see, you're not taking out the bacteria fully. You're not taking out the bacteria fully. So yeah, you're not emptying the bacteria fully. And then the other causes, the augments also include not emptying your bladder fully. So most of you, when you go to ease yourself, when you go to urinate, after urinating, you still feel there's a little urine there. You don't empty yourself fully. You don't empty the bladder fully. So when you're not emptying the bladder fully, you're not emptying the bacteria. You are giving the bacteria a chance to actually spread and multiply. Yeah. So when you also have when you're having an enlarged prostate gland, this prostate gland can obstruct your urinary flow, and it might also lead to building some statistic urines under your bladder. Okay. Then we have the urinary catenaries. These ones allow the bacteria to grow on the surface of catenaries. Catenaries are also organs which stays close to the bladder. Okay, so when you don't always ease yourself, you don't actually empty yourself fully, the bacteria will not only grow in the bladder but also grow in the catenaries. Then we have the mishapen kidneys. Mishapen kidneys. This can lead to a buildup of urine. Yeah. So this let me say this idea I gave might all of these are the risk and the things that can cause a buildup of the bladder, to cause the build up of urines in the bladder, and they give the bacteria that is there chances to spread. You're actually giving this bacteria the chances to spread and to multiply. Okay, so guys, I'm going to end this video here. So when I'm ending this video here, I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you the signs of UTI. Okay, for the now I'm ending this here. Thank you guys. Wait right there, because I'm going to be posting the next part soon. So wait right there. You have to watch it to the end and you have to watch the very next video. Okay, thank you very much. Love you guys.